I think it's that time.
Yes.
The time we look forward to so often here.
Get some music.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time for the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. I don't believe you heard me. The good news, the bad news, and the other shit. I love those visual aids. It's just something about those. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conspiracy Wednesday. It is the show that deals with conspiracy. You did it that way because we didn't want to confuse you. So we thought we'd do that. So we got to talk about what's going on in the world because there's a bunch of conspiracy. Conspiracy number one. Oh, Lord. Occupy Wall Street. The worldwide movement that's been going on that the media seems bound to either ignore or ridicule. You know, I'm going to collect sound bites where they make fun of them so that later on, when it gets as it builds further, it won't seem so funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to show some of those people because Occupy Wall Street is the movement that's springing up not just here in the United States, all over the U.S., I might add, but also all over the world. Yesterday we showed you clashes that occurred in Rome. These are people who are tired of what's going on. Now here's what's so interesting. They don't exactly know who's screwing them, but they know they're getting screwed, okay? That's one thing about it. See, they don't understand all the ins and outs, so they don't have degrees in economics and banking, but they know that they keep waking up with this moist feeling between the cheeks.
You're wrong,
okay?
dude.
All right? So somebody is screwing them, okay? And they know. Okay? So people all over the world, they're coming out. I know, you like that reference.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at this piece because a very well-known activist just recently was arrested. Let me see where. Well, we lost my thing.
You talk it through, man. You know, I have that moment.
All right. But take a look at the video here. She's an author. She's an activist. Naomi Wolf. She was arrested at the Occupy Wall Street. And let's take a look at what happened here. Again, this is thanks to RT.com. Go get it where we get it, because that's part of what we're going to show you today, is where we get our videos about these worldwide events.
I'm asking you a question. You're staying or you'll be arrested? You're violating the law. You just got a lawful order. Leave.
If that was a black man, they would have whipped his ass by now. You know, pretty white woman. You know, please leave, please. What about, nigga, get out!
Naomi, what's the name of the person that
Hey, man, she's looking like get a paparazzi moment, man.
Back up. 1959 up. Back up, guys. Back up. Back up. 1959. Thank you. You know, worst comes to worst, we got the man right here. Yes, it is a waste.
People like criminals out there.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Naomi Wolf is a writer in the Huffington Post. She's best known for her book, perhaps, The Beauty Myth. But as you see, more and more people are coming out and getting involved in this. Now, let me tell you, part of what we wanted to talk about today was where to get information. Because people are saying, why not finding, where do you get this? As it turns out, many of the foreign press are now doing shows on the U.S. It's amazing to watch shows from Russia-based, organizations on the U.S. and U.S. problems. Very interesting. Just like Al Jazeera also has an English version, which we're going to show you just a second. But for one, I suggest you go, everybody, try RT.com. Take a look here, Vic. RT.com, and I'm going to go to the landing page, which is the former Russia television. Has ongoing reports on things like the reactor meltdown in Fukushima and other things. You can go here and get videos that you can't get other places. And one of the things that's really good for us is that they allow us to rebroadcast and highlight, whereas the U.S. News organizations, almost to a T, fight everything, even though they know we have the legal right, fair use right to rebroadcast certain pieces. They really go about trying to bully us because they don't want us to do anything.
So think about the day. Would you think that you get your USA or American news for events like this from Russia?
No, I wouldn't
you
have.
To think about 30, 40 years ago, the Cold War. They were the enemy, right?
Exactly. And
Okay,
it's
now
changed.
we rely on them.
That's right.
To validate what we're saying is that your news media organizations are a business, and they still have to frame in their best interests what they think the mission and philosophy of what you should see and digest. So you have to keep an open mind a little bit.
Well, that's exactly the point. And that's because it's changing, because you want your news from different places, because you're not trusting. So besides RT.com, okay, Vic, I want to show you guys also what's my other favorite.
You just
Al
make sure you
Jazeera.
temper yourself. I don't want you getting too excited about this, man. I'm going to have to call Sharpton.
Yes, tell me to send me the link to his barber.
6.
What? What? It's old school, man. Anyway, the other site that I like so much is Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
Take a look. And there's an English version. They got a bunch of videos, too, and they follow all this stuff, again, in great detail. Stuff you can't get anywhere else in the world. So you can compare this to the U.S. media. All right? So go. Now, that link is english.aljazeera.net. That's english.aljazeera.net.
Yeah.
And RT.com.
Yeah.
Now, perhaps, again, you guys, you got to always go to YouTube. Because, look, I'm going to do it. YouTube. Let's look what happens when you go to YouTube and search Occupy Wall Street. Using these searches, I admit, it's a skill.
But you know what I'm waiting for. You know that, right?
What? No, I don't know.
Mario has this propensity of looking at videos at the moment they happen. And
Oh,
we're waiting for
when we can't get 'em?
the Lexington Steel moment where they say the name and then catch you off guard. And then they actually tie into Pornhub.
I got that premium membership. You can download. Nobody has to know.
See?
You can have happy time once again all by yourself. Late at night. Your parents aren't home.
Oh, see, right now, you got parents, children screaming. What we're trying to tell you guys is that you have to be very deliberate in watching your videos.
Well,
You
you
know that.
got to. But let me tell you what's happening with things like Occupy Wall Street. Folks out there in the community, and Don Johnson is one of our friends that goes out there in Philly.
Yeah.
People are putting their own videos up on YouTube faster than you can ever imagine. I just did a search because I do this every day. And here's one that says the Marines. You have different Marine soldiers home,
Right.
who are participating in the protest. So Victor's right. I don't know what I'm going to get, but let's take a look.
That's my
Let's go look at
point.
this one that says
Good luck.
Marines Occupy.
Usually it's effective.
Have a good night, guys. You see it, baby. They don't lie.
Let's go.
They don't lie. They don't lie. They don't lie, tough guy. This is not a war zone. This is not a war zone. These are unarmed people. It doesn't make you tough to hurt these people. Let them know.
Oh, the Marine is talking shit to the police.
It doesn't. I don't care about these people. I put in my work. It doesn't lie. It does not make you tough to hurt these people. There's nothing tough about it. Nothing.
Love it, don't you?
You want to go fight, go to Iraq and Afghanistan. But you want to be here hurting U.S. citizens.
You can't get this.
Where's that in the contract? Leave these people alone. They're U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens. U.S. It does not make you tough to do this to them. It doesn't. Stop hurting these people, man. Why y'all do this to our people? I've been to Iraq 14 months for my people. You come over here and hurt them. They don't have guns. They don't have guns. They don't. Why are you hurting these people? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
The human element.
There is no honor in this. There is no honor in this. There is no honor in this, man. There's no honor in this shit. There is no honor in this shit. There is no honor in what you're doing to these people. No honor.
Okay, stop the spitting.
How you do this to people? How you do this to people? How do you sleep at night doing this to people?
Come on, sir. Keep moving.
How do you do this to people?
Let's go.
How? You're here to protect them. You're here to protect us. Protect us. Why are you hurting U.S. citizens? This is the United States of America. Why are you hurting people? If you want to go kill and hurt people, go to Iraq. Why are you hurting U.S. citizens? Why? What difference does it make? Did you get honor out of this? Do you get honor out of hitting people?
Well, I think we got the point.
Yes,
I think we got the point. You guys, you see what my point being? Look at the kinds of things that takes it home. That's like being there. And all day long, people all over the world are posting videos. So you can see what's happened as they become involved. Because we all have to choose sides ultimately in these kinds of things.
Yep.
We have to choose sides.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, I'm not going to say anything, man. I'm going to stay on the positive tip. Because I'm not going to let you get carried away.
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about some of the folks who have been getting slightly carried away.
I knew it was coming.
PMC sent us a video that posed the question, what if the Occupy Wall Street movement continues? Because, if it continues, then feelings escalate, lines are drawn, those kinds of things. Let's take a look at this viewer question from our own PMC, one of our regulars in the chat room.
Pittsburgh.
As he poses this question, what if the Wall Street movement continues, and what if there is no defined message? We'll be right back. Oops, I kicked the thing loose.
No, it's called the urban buffer, man. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Both of y'all are learning.
No, I kicked the thing loose.
Oh, you see what he did? You see, okay.
I did, I'm sorry.
PMC, you out of Pittsburgh. You a Steeler fan.
Something about it trying to stop me.
This is the part where I'm saying
Gremlins.
He purposely sabotaged your video.
I did not.
And I think you should write your congressman. Matter of fact, just wait till Cain is elected president.
Cain. In a minute, we're going to show that. Well, while I get this together, we're going to come back to PMC's question.
He just said, he says it's a conspiracy against me. We've been trying to get PMC to show his stuff. There must be something, Maury. Wouldn't you think?
They tried PMC.
Yeah,
he probably signed some protests.
Yeah,
documents in college like me.
Norman in Cleveland loves it. And PMC only has one word to say. He said, "Damn."
Man,
it's wrong, man.
It's coming. I'm about to get it back, y'all.
That's what you said to your ex-girlfriend, man.
I did. I told him. I said, you believe in 68?
Okay.
That's when you do me and I owe you one.
Okay.
I rely on 68 a lot more.
It's a wonderful show when you Mario, we're not going to be an advocate of how you conduct yourself as an artist. It's supposed to be mystery and everything. They're not supposed to laugh.
I'm showing you how you can fix shit on the air. Now, y'all get your channel.
Why can't you use, I'm trying to fix the computer?
I'm getting ready to adjust the monitor setup.
There you go.
To relieve the congestion.
Smooth it out, man.
Yes, we're going to get that now, Vic.
Yeah, he says, he's talking to you right now. He's going, I gave you the links.
I'm getting the videos prepared for the Negroes.
Now, but wait a minute.
Negroes,
now all of a sudden,
occupy yourself perhaps with reruns of Sanford and Son or old issues of Essence magazine until we get something ready for you. We know how you are.
We got PMC.
How about a chicken McNugget?
PMC got Michelle over here on my back, going like, I sent you links.
I am fixing stuff.
I sent you links. That's right. What you gonna do? Neck twirling everywhere in the studio.
I'm fixing stuff. It's
She's
almost
bringing rain over here behind me. Okay, you said, man.
No, it ain't set. I'm trying, man. You know what? I can't show stuff. So y'all like to laugh at me. That's why y'all like to laugh. Go on, laugh.
You're supposed to talk.
Go on and laugh.
Talk through it, man.
The way y'all were the old
PMC.
days. I remember the day I was in school. I slipped in the mud, and they ran up and said, "Whale on the beach." Whale on the beach. I never got over that. I kicked their ass a few years later.
See, we try to represent, because PMC.
I fixed it.
He's one of our moderators.
Look, it looks fixed.
It looks fixed. Why don't you?
Who else can be on the air and make jokes and fix stuff?
Maybe. What about your ex-girlfriend?
Which one?
Oh.
It's not my baby.
Okay.
Billie
See?
Jean,
All right.
bitch, not
All right.
mine.
PMC, you see what's happening here, dude? You see what's happening?
All right, here, let's go.
You ready?
I got it back.
All right.
So we're going to go now.
Are you sure?
We're going to listen to the question posed by PMC.
You sure?
From Pittsburgh. He goes all the way. He goes out in nature.
Right.
Just like Thoreau. Thoreau, he goes out to his own Walden Pond.
Right.
And he sits and he ponders, and then he sends us a video.
Okay, I want you to read now carefully, because I can read what's on top of that video player.
Huh? I'm going to refresh it.
See,
I'm going to refresh it one more time.
All right, see, watch this. I'm just saying, you guys. Look, KCM, I have to go there, man. You guys are here all night. This is a family, and the first thing we need to do is be critically aggressive. That means, but productively, moving forward. Mario has to talk through this. It's a mission of the show that we
I
talk through it.
can't make stuff work sometimes.
You can always go to a musical break. Remember, you
That's
run this show.
The musical break is on the same computer. Y'all funny. And look at the chat room. Soon y'all motherfuckers have suggestions.
They're going. See, they love this. See,
okay.
See, you can go talk about Wall Street, but you don't know how to work your computer, man. What's up?
I know how to work my computer. It's that Vista. No damn well I should have kept that XP. Everybody told me, man, keep that XP. Then I also let other folks get on my computers. All they fingers sticky. Eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
We got to do what Easy Soul does. He works with a Mac.
No, just because they got to pay more because they can't understand the operating system.
I got a PC.
I got a PC.
You got a PC? Yeah, it's easy.
Damn.
See.
All right, okay. Still, you know what? The computer may have had a
collapse.
A fatal flaw.
Yes, it did. I'm going to say this right now. PMC, I kid you not. There must be something in your words, man.
I can't even get back to our regular stuff.
See?
Okay, let me see if it'll work. Hold on.
See, he's talking through it. Let's see. KCM says, oh, my God, Mario, I'm eating peanut butter and bananas right now. That's because of what you're doing right now. Morning.
That's kind of sticky, I know.
You're wrong. See, you're wrong. All I can tell you is he's honest about what he's doing right here.
Yeah,
we know that this particular lap has a mind of its own. So I can just tell you this much. I want to go back to something that works. Let me just go back to the music.
Right. We might have to. Well, what are we going to show them? Okay.
Oh, no, you can just play.
All right, we're going to have to. We're going to take a musical.
There you go, man.
Oh, wait, it may be back. Did you hear that sound?
I heard it.
Y'all heard that sound?
I heard it.
That means that it may be back. You know how you are at home, you be trying to watch Pornhub late at night. Then there goes your connection.
What? Let me say what happened.
I think it's back.
You know how you hit the URL and it says your network connection has been disconnected, and then you wait for it to pop up. It's just that simple. That's all that is.
I'm sorry. Well, you guys, this goes to show you how frustrating it can be with internet television. Especially, you know what? It's all the white man. That's right. I blame somebody.
You got to blame somebody.
It's the white man.
You got the white man. I'm
all
blaming
my white
Michelle.
friends, you understand. You promised me I could do this.
I'm blaming Michelle.
My white friends told me I could blame them on TV. They said I got a letter right here. It says Mario can blame me. Okay, here we finally got it now.
You ready?
This is one of our viewers, regular in the chat room, PMC, who wrote us about what if the Wall Street movement continues? What if there is no defined message?
Mario and Vic, I got a question. It's sort of a what-if question. It's related to the Occupy Wall Street movement. You guys have been talking about it, and I've been thinking about it. I know the mainstream media and Vic and you guys have been stating that they don't have a leader. They seem to have no real defined message. And they're sort of aimless. My what-if question would be, what if that continues? What if they don't have a real message? What if it's just a generalized discontent and it's growing in America and it continues for a long time, for a long period of time, without any real defined leader, without any real defined message. I think we have to pay attention to the mainstream media. The mainstream media is promoting, I think, this theory that there is no leader and there is no defined message. But you have to remember that the mainstream media is defined, or they're owned and run by corporations. So it's quite possible that they want to promote, or they want to force this group into a message. Why do I say that? Well, if they become easier to control if they have a defined message, if they have a leader. Once you define your cause, once you define your message, once you have a real leader, then whoever you're protesting against can plot their strategy of how they're going to handle you. I think one scary possibility would be that this continues and there is no real defined message. There is no one centralized message, even though I don't believe that that's the case. I think there is a centralized message. I think it's anti-corporation, anti-bankers, anti-Wall Street, and the power brokers that control the politicians. I think that's the centralized message that, they would lead you to believe it doesn't exist. But let's just say, what if there is no real defined message and it just continues?
Wow, you guys. Great question.
Yes, sir.
We think this is, I'm sure they were thinking this in Iran,
yes,
in Egypt and Libya, because they're going like, it'll just peter out.
Right. They're
hoping. Mad. They're just mad. Because let's face it, there's a certain degree of cynicism amongst the power brokers that be, because usually they can pacify you. Those of you who remember the Rodney King riots, it ended because they released the welfare checks early. And everybody stopped rioting to line up to get their check. They check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the whole point I'm bringing is that there are lots of methods that the power structures use to pacify people. And initially, they just go along and let it happen. Now, you notice the president. I know like black folks, they're going to light me up.
Be good.
Because, I already told you if I get another letter talking about, I feel so sorry for the president. I said, he's king of the world. Do we really want to feel sorry for king of the world? Okay, no, but so far the president's been able to avoid this, see? Like, it's not about him. Now, I told you guys on previous broadcasts, the U.S. in 2010, I said, Google it yourself. Google U.S. military spending. Google military spending by country, like I did 3 weeks ago. And you'll find that in 2010, under the current administration, your president spent $669 billion on defense. The nearest country was China with $114 billion. We outspend the rest of the world combined. That's where your money is. And yet you have heard not a candidate. So the people out there protesting, all their money is going to fund war. That's why you don't have health care. That's why you don't have any schools. You have no gym class. You don't have none of that because it's going to fund wars. And Martin Luther King talked about this when he talked about Vietnam. He said, when you have these kinds of things going on, they don't have money for your program. And remember, this is what bankrupted Russia, the Soviet Union. So, no, I think what happens if the protest continues, a number of things happen. One, the president's going to be the first African-American president who gets protested in public. Okay? Because, you see, he can't distance himself. In a minute, you can't distance yourself because those are your policies. You signed them. 2010 was not Bush. Okay, that was you. $669 billion. Don't believe me. Google it. That's all I did. I Googled it.
Don't shoot the messenger.
That's right.
Because it's already there. Whether Mario says it or not, why do I sit back and say, and we have to go back to what PMC is doing. What Mario's doing is alluding to the bigger mission that has always been with us over and over again. the organization, a spokesperson, whatever. What we're trying to do is stimulate you to get mad enough to do some things that may work for you while you're doing what you're doing. And I think if you allow the traditional media to frame that you guys don't have organization, that you don't do this, that people, like you said, are sheep.
Well, then you know what's so great about today?
You got to be very careful.
You do. But you know what's so great about today, you guys, is that people are not getting their information in the same places. It's not Channel 4 and Channel 7. So now people are going to the internet and they're looking at stuff like us. They're looking at people like PMC. They're getting their information from RT.com, from Al Jazeera, all over. They're not getting it from CNN and Channel 4. And so that's why this revolution is not going to depend on the media. The people are obviously using their own resources to communicate.
Twitter and social media.
Exactly.
And the part that you love about it is it may be organized. Maybe we just don't see it visually. Maybe it's contextually. And if that's the case, then I accept it because it has a movement on its own. Nobody had to get in a building. Nobody had to sit there and have this meeting to stimulate people in Rome. I don't think they sat there and said over in New York, you know what, we got to get the people over in Rome or whomever or wherever. So the part I like about this is you get mad enough to sustain it. What happens is the emotion keeps going and it's trickle down and trickle up because it's like a domino theory. You don't have to wait for New York to be the center point now. It moves around the world globally. So here's the point is to me, I still am kind of shocked that we have been for the last several years worried about terrorism to a fault that it allowed our country and others to put the cachet of money into building up, protecting our civility. I understand that. That's where you get the passage of your monies to go to. Now they're turning around and say the economy, the global economy now is not a political front. It's a movement by the people. And right now, anyone who inherits this is going to have a problem because you can't change doctrine in less than a year, especially with the candidacy for the president. You can't change it in a year.
Well, plus, to tell you guys the truth, there is no effort to change anything. That's what I've been saying about President Obama. You see, I love it too when he speaks because I love to see a black man there. I love the fact that at the Martin Luther King Memorial dedication that he could be so eloquent, that we could have those images. I agree. I want those images there to inspire. But on the other hand, he's no change. So it's a figure. It's something to look at, okay, but it's also a distraction because they're doing nothing different. Now, people say he's going to be different in the second term. You know, in the second term, they're different. Go look historically. They never are.
Nope.
Now, show me one president. Show me one that's been different in his second term. Go look. Don't just talk about it. Go look. Bill Clinton, yeah, he did. You know what he did on his way out? He pardoned his cronies. He didn't change the cocaine law that has 10 times the sentence for the cocaine that black men use versus the cocaine white men use. He didn't change any of that, okay? But he pardoned his cronies. I'm just saying the president so far has been no change. There's a big-ass scoreboard over there, and so far, badass health plan. Remember what I said was wrong with the health plan? He guaranteed $84 billion to people I want to see going out of business. I want them to fail. Blue Cross, Blue Shield, I want you to go under, okay? And when you guarantee these industries $84 billion, what would you do if they guaranteed you $84 billion? It's set. Party time, Cristal, $16 muffins are in now. Okay? That's my point. So to me, the president, I was critical of the health care plan. Because I said all you did was give money to the people I want to go out of business. That's not helping.
Nope.
So at some point, he becomes responsible, PMC. At some point in time, the Occupy Wall Street movement focuses on him. And lo and behold, if one day I have to go out and protest a black president, Lord, Martin Luther King, my mama, everybody I know in my line, but we will do it if you don't do something. We will do it if you will do something. Now, let's get to Herman Cain, the Republicans, black man, because the Republicans say...
I thought you already finished.
No, I got a little bit, a little more.
Man, come on, man.
Well, the Republican Herman Cain, that's the one everybody's talking about because now you're going to see him in the news because that's the Republican black man. Y'all take a look at him. He already made the statement that he would never have a Muslim judge. He would never appoint a Muslim judge. I said, oh, so you're a religious bigot who thinks that that's a virtue. Okay? He said it like he was proud. Now imagine this if I said, I will never appoint a Jewish judge. I will never appoint a Christian judge. Oh, now people get upset. But it's okay to say, I will never appoint a Muslim judge. That is the most kind of religious bigotry. You damn sure don't deserve to be president.
Are you saying that you're not going to vote for Mr. Cain?
Cain, Abel, read the Bible like he said.
You didn't even let him out of the
All
gate.
right, one last story, you guys. We'll follow it up on next week. And this is a story telling you that the U.S. infant mortality, this is when they measure how many of your babies die. How many of U.S. babies died? You know that we are now 41st in the world?
Wow.
We are 41st in the world in infant mortality.
Embarrassing.
That's how your babies are dying, okay? The highest newborn death rate in the world is in Afghanistan, where we are, where 1 out of every 19 babies dies before the 1-month birthday. By comparison, 1 out of every 233 newborns dies in the U.S. But check it out. In Japan, it's 1 in 909. In France, it's 455. In Cuba, it's 1 in 345. They're doing better in Cuba.
What does that tell you?
Okay, you guys. So we're going to talk about this next week. I wanted you to be aware of these things because we have the ongoing controversies. Thank you once again to PMC for sending us in that question.
Very
Remember,
good question, man.
You can go to our site and use the leave a comment page to leave a comment, leave a question, sing a song, act a fool, undress, whatever you feel like doing. Leave something nasty. We'll pass it around amongst the staff.
You know,
yeah, it's one of the fringe benefits.
You know what? Bet you Easy Soul don't come back on a Wednesday in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Yes. Bop-de-bop. Scooby-Doo. Willy-lee-lee-lee. Willy-lee-lee-lee-lee-lee.
I'm not going to show all that, man.